Welcome back to my playthrough for Final Fantasy Dimensions. At the end of the last video, we had just hijacked an Empire airship, fought and gotten our butts kicked by one of the Avalonian Empire generals, and then got in the airship, burned to a crisp, and crashed to the ground by a bunch of dragons. So, way to end the video there, guys. In between, again, just sort of had some break time today and did quite a bit of grinding on jobs mainly, but obviously got a few levels there. Soul I leveled up his fighter from a 3 to a 6 and then maxed that out and used the other 2 levels on Monk, which is where he is now. Did the exact opposite with Aegis, brought him up to a 6 Monk and he's at 3 Warrior right now. Sarah, I brought her up on the Summoner a couple of levels, mainly because at level 5 she got an MP plus 20% ability, and then I switched her over to Black Mage so that she can start building levels there, but now she has the extra magic points, which gives the Black Mage a little more staying power, rather than running out of magic halfway through a dungeon. And then with Dusk, he finished off the Summoner role. I don't remember if he was there before, but I ran him through that really fast, and then plowed all the points that he had into Red Mage. Dusk will probably stay in the Red Mage zone for quite a while, either until I finish it off, or until it really becomes necessary to swap him into a White Mage role for a boss battle. A level 3 White Mage has access to all of the available White Mage spells, but won't have the healing power and the mind stats that go with a higher level White Mage level. Ability level. So at some point, even, yes, he has the access to all the magic, but he just doesn't have the oomph to back it up. So, but the Red Mage has some of the magic and some of the oomph, but again starts getting outclassed very quickly by mid and high level White and Black Mages who are devoted to their craft instead of middling like the Red Mages. He's already getting outclassed as a warrior by the fighter and the monks, where he can do some damage, but not really a whole lot. So, but he's there to support. And I stopped into town to grab a little bit of equipment at one point, just because I was missing like a shield or something like that. So, not a whole lot. And then I took us right back to where we left off. So, I pop into town because I did not explore town or talk to anybody. Good day, travelers, and welcome to Braska. Avalon means to knock off all the dragons. A few years ago, they done went the dragoons too, and by golly, they got 'em good. They got 'em good, not they got 'em good. This dude breaking the text there. Why 5 beds if everybody plows into the same one? Every time. Like, if they just... You walk into one bed, okay, because that's all that's there. Fine. But they have 5 beds there for a reason, guys. So you can see I've got plenty of money now, so I can invest in... Mainly, I need some more Phoenix Downs. I need a way of reviving. Couple of a little bit of everything here and there. Don't have any mallets. Let's get some mallets. Okay, grab some tents now. Barely have any sacred candles. Alright, we're in good shape. Oh, wait, there were barrels. Gotta check the barrels. They're empty. Alright, all the young'uns left, so the village is full of us old gramps and grannies. I was just about to say, there seems to be a bunch of old people here, but I didn't want to seem ageist. Dragon grass be the only thing that can fix a dragon right up, but it's as scarce as sunlight in a Harmonian winter. They say the land was gobbled up by darkness after that snickerdoodle of an earthquake. Snickerdoodle? It was a cookie? I love snickerdoodles. Seriously, they're one of my top cookies. Okay, come in here. Alright, I'm running out of old people voices. This was a large ship. That was our ship, sort of, that we stole. Poisoned the dragons. Evil Empire. How could we ever have thought the Empire was good? They're an empire in a Final Fantasy game. Yep, box in the, off to the side in the middle of the trees. Almost guaranteed to have something in it. Alright, and I don't need any weapons or armor. I already did buy that last time. So we're just going to pop on over here into the cave to Deist. Found the pineapples. Why is Aegis on... Oh, Aegis is on the back row. That's not good. He briefly... I just finished maxing him out his thief, you know, to level 3. So... And he was using, like, a bow or something, I think. Let's swap you back. Thank you. Secret passage? No. Gotta go up and around. Cave turtles. None of those grass turtles here. You know, Sean Bean saying, they have a cave turtle. Just doesn't have the same sort of oomph to it. Have a troll. Not doing a whole lot of damage there. Not... Okay, enough. Already got a couple of those. Alright, now I know there's a chest in here. Silver spun robe. That sounds magic-y. It is indeed. Fought more pineapples and took a chance that the game was sticking with they don't like the color they are. So zapped them with thunder and it worked just fine. So should you be fighting pineapples in this cave, zap them with thunder. Soul got his next martial arts skill. No, not a secret passage. Tunnelers. I kind of appreciate when the monsters look a lot like, you know, an older Final Fantasy monster, except when I cannot remember where that came from or what exactly which one it looks like. Some of them are pretty obvious, but not all of them. Sorry, when I see Earthquake, part of me still gets afraid from Final Fantasy 1 where that was an instant death spell, so a little worried for a second there. But I put a video at the beginning of this video just to showcase the damage that I was taking at the more or less at the beginning before I did a whole lot of the grinding that I did. And you can see just how much we're taking now, and it's, you know, we're taking some damage, but not exorbitant amounts, compared to fighting squirrels, let's say, that were in that video, that were just absolutely destroying us. And even that was not as bad as it was when I first got here. When I first started playing and just sort of grinding, my very first battle was against 5 squirrels like that. And it was crazy. I'm like, oh, good, squirrels. These are nice and easy. I remember these guys from the last zone. And within a few seconds, Soul was dead. Aegis was not too far behind him. And yeah, it was not pretty. And I felt a little betrayed by the insane strength of 5 squirrels. But yeah, so that's what I mentioned in an earlier video, how the difficulty ramps up every time you change chapters, and that was a pretty solid example of that. So yeah, I do not begrudge grinding in this game at all, because sometimes it is just flat out necessary. Let's see, what abilities? Oh, I also, on someone, it must have been Dusk, I think. Yeah, he picked up Magic Bomb as a fusion, because as a red mage, he has both Cure and Fire on him. And so in his case, this is a really easy one to learn, because so just casting Cure or Fire in the middle of a battle gave him a chance to learn it, and eventually, after enough chimes, he did learn it. Bandana, probably a replacement for a headband, or feathered cap. Yes, speed +1. Nice. I'll take it. Soul's actually a pretty fast guy, if I remember right, on his base level. Oh, Catchy, not Kate Sith, as I always pronounce it and will always pronounce it. But yes, I understand it is technically like Catchy or something like that. Uh-oh. Didn't do quite well enough, Sarah, sorry. Alright, let's see where our healing is, AoE healing is. My red mage, compared to the 140 or 200 we were doing from our summoning spell, the Whispering Wind from the Sylphs. Cure is doing 92. You can see why that Sylph healing is so overpowered compared to this. Now, admittedly, Dusk is a red mage right now and not a white mage, so he lacks a little bit of the healing power that a true white mage would bring there, but still. Okay, let's see. Ah, save point, thank you. Yeah, we've healed enough that we need some magic restored. Good time for a water break. Ooh, healing staff. That is going to be a for a white mage. I don't know if that's going to innately like bloody squirrels. I don't know if that's innately going to offer healing abilities or just be a boost to mind powers. I mean, it will be a boost to mind powers to the staff, but... Kill the squirrels. Let's see. Can you... Yes, it's Cure when used. Okay, so theoretically... he could equip that and, I believe, use it as an item in battle and it would cast Cure. But if I remember right, the AI in this is not that smart, and he would, if I were to use it as an auto battle, to not have to select it every time, it would constantly keep curing the same person. It wouldn't target someone in need, for instance. So... Oop, nope. Something I noticed on the music, excuse me, not magic. Next time I run a fight, I'll try and demo it, because you really can't. It can't be described. You kind of got to hear it for yourself in the moment. So if you hear the music here and think about the original Final Fantasy I battle music and listen to the way it kind of lines up. Give it a second. Not yet. Gotta get to the right point. Dun 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 so like the timing, the beat, obviously the rhythm, and you know, I don't remember enough about my days in a cappella and in marching band in college to speak intelligently about, you know, the measure and whatnot, and but the sort of the bones of the original fight music are there. There's a couple extra measures worth of music here and there, but it sounds like the original is still kind of there hiding in the background. And it was because I had just finished making the Final Fantasy I video, so that music I heard it a couple thousand times in my head, and while I was listening to this fight music, it just sort of popped up, and it amazed me how well it lined up at times. That's not perfect, obviously, but kind of it just says the soul of it is still there, I think. Alright. Okay, Dusk, you're only down to 70-ish. If I really needed to, if I just ran out of magic with Dusk, rather than using valuable ethers or something else, what I could do is just swap red magic onto Soul or Aegis, use their healing really fast, and then swap them right back to whatever abilities they have now, because they're not really using their magic. Upgraded shield. Another benefit of subbing them as red mages for a little while there. And really, Sarah could do it as well, and she would have better healing results because she's currently in a mage role, so she would have better results no matter what than either of those lunkheads would have. But, you know, she still needs her magic for black magic use. Which way? Let's try this way first. Yay! Alright. Red caps. They're new. Just a reskin goblin, of course. Very rarely is anything using that skin, or that sprite, going to be terribly difficult. I mean, it's a red cap, so you might really be using something else's skin, but I guess they really just dipped their cap in the blood of their victims. They didn't, like, skin them or anything. Like, most of my knowledge about red cap lore probably comes from the Dresden Files, so I may not be remembering that accurately. Chest? Yes. Ooh, nice. Ooh, look at that. Nice upgrade on attack power. Cool. Soul is now one-shotting pineapples with that upgrade to his weapon. That's nice. Dusk, getting a little low on magic there, dude. Might need to start swapping in some people here. I don't think there's another boss just yet. I know. Oh, save point. Okay, we're good. We're all good. Okay. Oh. Apparently, getting old, your body starts aching when you do silly things like work out. That is an empty room. Okay. Obviously going to be a dragon. Watch out! Drake.
Is this the dragon that blew up the airship?
Wait, we're here to help.
It's no use. She cannot hear us.
That's right, you punch that dragon. Let's slow it down, maybe? Nope, doesn't work. Blizzard sounds good. Fire breath. Sounds bad. It is. Okay, this is not exactly a boss battle, but it isn't not a boss battle. Ah, oh good, okay.
Who were... Enough! Sarah's waiting!
Whew! That was a close one!
You can't possibly be a dragoon.
I mean, she hopped in like one, so I'm gonna go, yeah, she is. Okay. Let's see, where are we? We're right there on the map. Well, since we just topped off magic on the tent, we're good to go. Alright, there's town here. So let's investigate. This is Deist, or Deist. I'm gonna go Deist.
These graves! All of them in honor of fallen dragoons. Look, over there.
Uh-oh. 'Tis the Empire.
Imperial soldiers? Shoot! The Empire's extermination of the dragoons is well known, but why then would they bother maintaining a presence here? Let's check it out!
Again, why are we listening to Soul? Here lies Abel, captain of the dragoons and master of the dragon Ceres. Now I'm assuming that his name, bit of a play considering the most famous dragoon is Cain, at least, you know, from the original 6. He's the OG dragoon in my mind from Final Fantasy IV, so you have Cain and Abel. Just gonna go out on a limb that was intentional. I just really hope he didn't have a brother who killed him, because... Welcome to Deus, blah 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 blah. And hi, Imperial dude. You're not looking for me. That's right. I'm not the rebels you're looking for. Okay. Aw. Nope. Pack of dragons. Yeah, yeah, we saw it too, up close. Thank you for the potion. Ooh. Mystery cave. Silver bangle. Rickard? Crippled and bedridden. That's unfortunately. Okay, good. He does not seem to be named Cain, and then hopefully did not kill his brother.
Are you lads servants of the Empire? Is that what we look like? My apologies. My name is Ricard. I used to be a dragoon until... Well, I lost the end of that sentence.
How'd you injure your legs, Ricard?
It was long ago, during the war. Abel, the Master Dragoon, gave his life fighting against the Empire, despite the dragons giving up on humanity. But I couldn't fulfill my promise to him.
What promise?
I swore on my life that I would protect his daughter, Barbara.
Oh, cool. Daughter Barbara. Did I already get these? Daughter of Dragoons. We just saw what appeared to be a woman dragoon hippity-hopping around. I think we found our Barbara. Thanks to my children's history of watching VeggieTales, I cannot hear that name without thinking of Barbara Manatee. And now the song's stuck in my head.
Surely you must have passed the large gravestone at the town's entrance. It marks the final resting place of the great dragoon up Abel. But as for Abel's orphan... Have you heard the story of Barbara?
Why, no, I have not.
I suppose it was only a matter of time before she faded from memory.
Okay. I mean, I heard from Ricard, so maybe yes this time?
So you have heard about Abel's daughter. I relive that fateful moment every single day. It was just for one brief second that I took my eyes off her and she was gone. It's been 10 years since that day, and I still pray that she's alive. Please, travelers, if you encounter Barbara, please give her this spear. It once belonged to her father.
Thanks? We're just some random people who just appeared in your house. Very trusting of you, but I'll take it. Drowsy ring, I assume, helps with sleep. Ooh, magic shop. What do we got? Anything new? Hopefully. Yes, yeah. Ooh, there we go. Got our level 2 magic. Yes, please. Protect and... Oh, raise. Okay. After I went out and got all those Phoenix Downs last town. Grove to the west? Why do we want to stay away? Purple hair, I like you. Okay. Anything else interesting? Nope. Good there. Okay. Ooh, gold needle, thank you. More people need to keep stuff hidden in their bookcases. It would make searching those things more worthwhile. Alright, what do we got? Ooh, upgrades. Let's see. Probably just need one of those. There's a lot of times you will usually find... See, like, we already found Poison Knuckles. So, a lot of this stuff you will find automatically as you go through some of the maps. So, if you have multiples of something, like if you're running a couple of different fighters or a couple of different whatnots, you know, 2 monks for instance, then having multiple of the weapons can be a good idea. But if you have a diversified party, then very rarely do you need to buy some of the stuff. So like this is an attack power 23 versus the turfing is a 29. See, I think chances are I'm going to find another turfing, and even if I don't, I will still be giving an upgrade to the red mage when he gets whatever the warrior's using now as a cast-off. Let's see. Steel shield, why not? Bandana. Steel helmet. I don't mind buying a few upgrades here. I've got the money for it. Chainmail. Yes. Silver spun robe, yes, because chances are... Well, let's see. Defense 9, evade 5, resistance 3, defense 11... Oh, no, there's an 8, 7, 8. So it's the one lower defense, but everything else is better for the red mage. So I'm gonna grab him one of those. And again, I may find some of this stuff, but as long as I've got the money for it, it's not a big deal. Because that's it. I'm done buying. I don't need anything else in this town or in this chapter. So everything else we find in this chapter is money in the bank. Orders are orders. You know, the name Nuremberg might mean something to you someday. Probably not, because that's in a different world. That's a bad idea to go in there, if I remember right. I'm going to leave and save before I do that. Yep, she did. Nothing in there. If I remember right, that cave is an optional area that... I don't know why I did that. That can destroy you. So I'm going to do a quick save and a quick run in there just to see what happens. And then that'll probably be the end of this video, and I'll pick up and continue the story on after this. So let's see what happens first. If I get murdered outright, you know, we'll see. Oh yeah, this is where I think it is. Yeah, thanks, Koopa. And Avenger. Yeah, this is gonna be a bad idea, isn't it? Holy cow, yes it is. Battle Arts. Looks confused, causing it to attack randomly. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work, but we will give it a try. Yeah, that didn't work. Slow. Fire, bad idea. Oh, fire, very bad. Fire, bad. Slow. Worked, and then you countered with bio. Holy cow, you're a jerk. Bonk. Yeah. So this is not going well. Oh, I have no weaknesses. That's so sweet. Sure, do a focus. Let's just, you know... But I think as long as I'm not attacking him, he doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot to me. So... Oh, never mind. Let's kick off our first Kira. Okay, if he's gonna destroy me as we go here, I'm not doing anything to him, really. Really need for that not to happen. Okay, you are maxed out on focus, apparently, so let's see if you do any damage at all. 8 whole hit points of damage! Holy cow! Thank you so much, Aegis. That was amazing. Can I escape? Because right now, that's probably the only thing I can do. Just gonna leave it on escape and see if anybody manages to get away. Oh yeah, I ran away! Cool, maybe I can just run away all the way up through this room. Wow, and I'm all out of magic with Dusk. Okay. Sarah. So your MP and hit points plus 20% each, but we can swap that on. Because obviously she's not going to be casting a lot of magic in here. Yet this seems like a bad idea. No. I really should have stayed at the inn before doing this. What the heck? Alright. How bad is it? Oh, look who it is. Yeah, this is a bad idea. Okay, well. You just let him kill you, because... Does anything work on him? That doesn't, clearly. Haha! Go Soul! Yeah, Aegis, your regular attack did more damage than a triple focused attack. Okay, magic totally worthless against this guy. Okay, we will, come back here way later, apparently. Bonk. Oh yeah, take some of that. And some of that. Haha! Now I got you on the ropes. God, that gets so loud. Okay. Apparently we need to go stop at the inn as well. Yes, please. Oh, yeah, that went so badly. Okay, we're going to exit town here and then call it a video. So next time we're going to go west. I believe they mentioned where the dragon grass is, and I know that's where we have to go next. So, tune in next time as we don't get our butts kicked by Avengers. Thank you. Have a good day.